Welcome to This Day. It is Saturday. I'm Michael Taylor. It's October 21st. You can always tell it's Saturday because I'm over here at the desk. We like to change it up on Saturdays. It's more casual. We're already, starting in a comfortable, relaxed position. Hope you're having a relaxing morning if you're watching us at 9 a.m. show. And we got a great show for you. We have Supervisor from Orange County's 5th District, Katrina Foley, is going to join us. She's talking about the Senior Summit. They're giving away free iPads, I think, as well. They got all sorts of other things. They're going to be honoring veterans. So that's going to be a great conversation we're going to have with her. And then later in the program, we're talking about some kickboxing with Ron and Tracy Murray. They are a dynamic duo of kickboxers. That should be a fun one. Hey, we want to keep you staying informed, and we got a big one coming up. You know, the big construction going on the I-5 here, it's going to mess with us again. The on-ramp for the northbound lane is going to be closed at El Toro starting on Monday. And it's going to be closed all the way through Wednesday. So Monday 10 p.m. all the way through Wednesday. So just avoid that area if you can. It's already a mess, and this just makes it messier and more challenging to go through. If you want some more information, you can go to the website there at the bottom to find out all the details about what they're doing there. But otherwise, stay clear. Hey, let's take a look outside. Should be a great day today. It's going to be nice. We're going back into the 70s finally, and we're going to even maybe get to the 60s on Monday with a chance of drizzle. So we got a really great cooling trend as the high pressure kind of moves out and the cooler air and the marine influence comes in. So that's going to be fantastic. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. We got a great fun. Look at that great fun picture. It's Halloween. Mark Rabinowitz knows it, and he's got a great photo for us. Sunrise is 7 a.m. The sunset tonight is going to be 6:10. If you'd like to send us a Halloween shot, your pet, sunrise, sunset, whatever it might be, send it into us. Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Make sure you give us all the information so we can put your name up there, and that'll be a fun one. Okay, when we come back, we're going to be talking to Orange County Supervisor Katrina Foley. Stay with us.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Time to play by your own rules. It's out with the old way of getting older and in with the new age of celebrating your age. At Alignment Health, senior health care is all we do. Our Medicare Advantage plans are leading the charge, so you can be the one in charge.
I love being in charge.
Because life should be a celebration, not a resignation. Welcome to a new era of aging. Alignment Health Plan.
Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 45 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit us anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
Well, welcome back to the studio, of course. Orange County Supervisor Katrina Foley. Thanks for coming in. As always nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
You got a lot going on. You have event after event after event. You're busy. I can't believe you came in and to have time to talk to us.
Well, we want to make sure the community knows about all the events.
So we got this big senior summit, which I'm sure most folks in our community will be very kind of excited to hear about. What's going to be going on there?
Yeah, so we're having the senior summit. The 5th District is known for an annual senior summit. So once I became the supervisor this year, I decided, well, let's make sure we have it. So we will have a little bit different this year. We're going to have the resource fair with all kinds of vendors. I think we have something like 50 vendors. We'll be doing vaccination clinics for flu shots and others. We will be offering a panel of speakers throughout the day. And my favorite is we're giving away tablets. So if you are a senior and you need a tablet and you live in the 5th District, you can come to the Senior Summit and we'll have trainings on how to use a tablet.
Okay, now where do the tablets come from? What or were they loaded with good information already?
Yeah, so each district office, and there's 5 of us, received 250 tablets that we could give out to the community. And it's all part of our goal to reduce the digital divide and make sure that seniors don't get isolated out in the community. They still have contact. And the training part is what I love, because we have people there willing to help the seniors learn how to use the tablet. And we're even offering, if you have a smartphone and you already have, your digital device, you can come in and you can talk to one of our professional trainers, and during the senior summit, we'll have a little breakout room and you can get advice on how to maximize the use of your smartphone.
There you go. My smartphone's smarter than me. That's one of my problems. The digital divide is a very real kind of thing, because you have this whole generation of seniors who grew up without that. And it used to be a luxury. Oh, you can also do it online now. But then a lot of services it's only online, and you can only access. And I mean, I'm sure you probably still get handwritten letters from folks in the communities. That's the way they're used to communicating.
Yes.
So how important is that, kind of like, to get the seniors into that area?
Well, there's nothing better than a handwritten letter. I actually still write handwritten
those too.
letters. Yes, especially thank you notes. But it is a concern, and I actually have a real life experience with it, because my 96-year-old grandmother, who will be 97 on November 10th, she doesn't know how to use a computer. And all of her doctor's appointments, if she wants to do banking, everything is digital. So we have really had a real life experience at home, and that's why I'm also motivated to try to help seniors learn how to use their phones. I actually got my grandma a smartphone, and I bought her a device that you can plug into the phone, and it's like a handheld, instead of you having to use the phone up here, because what happens is they push the mute button, and or they call someone else, and so lots of opportunities. We're also going to have a whole bunch of speakers, and we're going to conduct our master plan for aging survey. That's one of the critical pieces of the day. We really need to plan better for Orange County's older
Is that kind of a part of the
population.
needs assessment that we're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that and what's going to be happening with that.
Yeah, so Orange County is undergoing a whole needs assessment of our growing population. So if the 5th district has probably the most older Americans living in it than the rest of the county. And we don't have a plan for how we're going to care for the future population. We're expecting most people to be over 60 within the next 20 years, right?
Yeah, and there's so much infrastructure that goes into that in terms of healthcare and assessment and transportation and all of those things, right?
Recreation, caregiving, that's a big component. How do we take care of an aging population? So we are going to be talking about that. We have a survey. You see the QR code up on the screen. We're encouraging everyone.
They have to know how to use their smartphones. Use the QR code. Open up your phone, go to photos, and focus on that. And when we see the link pop up, press it.
That's right. That's right. Now we will have paper surveys at the Senior Summit, so we can hand those out. And we're also going to have speakers throughout the day. We'll have the Dale McIntosh Center for the Disabled and our Orange County Sheriff's Department talking about how to be safe at home. We're going to have jazzercise from your chair, how to stay healthy and active.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, we'll have Dr. McNeil from the Newport Beach Dermatology and Plastic Surgery Center. She's going to be talking about skin cancer prevention. And, here we are in our coastal communities. Everybody is outside, and, skin cancer is a big problem. And then we'll also have Women's Health as We Age presentation from Dr. Brooks from Hoag Hospital. We'll have Bill Liu from the healthcare agency talking about pharmaceutical health. It's really a bad idea to cut your pills in half because you want to save money.
Right.
So we want to make sure seniors don't do those things.
Yeah, we want to make sure they're getting the proper treatment and
That's
they can afford those things too. You have an upcoming event coming up in Dana Point. You're going to be at your office on the 23rd?
I am. Well, what I found is we're driving back and forth from Santa Ana and across the district. The district goes from Costa Mesa all the way to San Clemente.
Right.
And I want to bring services to the community. So we're opening a small little office in Dana Point Harbor, and it's going to be there 10 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you need constituent services, if you want to meet with me, then we'll have a place for you to come. You don't have to drive to Santa Ana.
Okay. Now, speaking of some of your constituents, the seniors, we have some veterans that you've honored recently, right? The call to serve recognizes the role of a lot of what the seniors.
Yes, we're having our Veterans Day Veteran of the Year awards. This is our third year to have this, and we're having the award ceremony at the Dana Point Women's Club. We're asking for people to submit nominations for veterans, and I'm really trying to highlight musicians and buglers. I've learned a lot about the role of buglers in terms of, all the 90-something calls that they have to learn and how they really help to support our military service members.
So it's not just to wake up and go to sleep?
No, and it's also, there was a congressional act to allow for there to be buglers and a color guard at all military service member funerals. So we're trying to recognize the role that the musicians and buglers play. Then just broaden the support for veterans.
I've got to say I've been to one or two veterans funerals over the years. And it is, when the color guard comes and the buglers play, it is that's one of the most solemn parts of it. The respect that you have for that, and the earnest way in which they present that as well.
Absolutely, and it makes it so moving. Really does pay respects, and so that's it. And you can, we have our flyer. You can nominate people. And you can go to our website, or you can just call the office at 714-834-3550.
Okay. Before we go, I want to talk about the fentanyl town hall you're having. It's still, even with all the settlements, even with all the information out there, it seems like it's still such a major problem in our community.
Yes, and it's a problem for all ages. It's really impacting kids right now, teenagers, but it does impact seniors as well, because if you're trying to, maybe get a less expensive opioid or some kind of pain relief medication, and you don't want to pay whatever it is at the doctor's office or at the pharmacy, maybe you're buying it online, you have to be very, very careful. Fentanyl is in nearly every non-prescribed drug right now. If you buy drugs from people on the street, you're going to get fentanyl, or online. So be very careful. It's deadly. A tiny little speck of fentanyl can kill you. Yeah,
it's amazing what the impact it has on families and people. So
it is.
That's a great town hall for you guys to have. Well, Katie Foley, supervisor for the 5th, Futures in the 5th.
Fabulous 5th District.
Fabulous
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. When we come back, we're going to be talking about some kickboxing. Stay with us.
If someone told you that you could change your life, change your entire life in 88 days, would you do it? Would you believe it?
We're John and Chelsea Jubilee. What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment. But life's a lot longer than a moment. You need something that's sustainable, that will take care of you for a lifetime.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. We encourage you, go log on to our website and look at these amazing testimonials.
Over and over again, we've heard our clients say it sounded too good to be true, but it worked for me.
I needed to reduce my arthritic pain, and I also had very, very high blood pressure that needed to normalize. And I'm pleased to say that I have absolutely no arthritic pain anymore, and my blood pressure is normal.
It was really cool to be able to get my life back. I didn't even think I'd cry talking about that.
I endorse the program wholeheartedly. It has led to improvements that I can't fully explain based on my medical knowledge as it was taught to me.
Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
So log on to energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com.
possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now is the U.S. representatives of IKTA. With me is Sensei Ron and Tracy Murray. So nice to meet you guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us today.
Good morning. And so tell me about IKTA.
Okay.
What is it?
Yes, that's an Intercontinental Kickboxing and Thai Association. And it's based in Italy and Great Britain. And we got to be great friends with them. And they offered us to represent their brand here in the USA. So
wow.
Yeah, so my family does, me and Tracy up here in Orange County, our son down in San Diego, and our daughter in Florida.
And so Ron, tell me, what's your background? Like, how did you get involved in martial arts, and how did you become to partner with this company if they're Italy? If it, you know,
yeah, okay,
it's across the ocean.
Yeah, we started actually when our son was just 4 years old. He took karate. He's the first one that got into it.
Oh.
And that was 35 years ago. And then he was like, Dad, do it with me, and then we can do it together for the rest of our lives. And I thought, okay. So I did. I joined with him. And he was like a prodigy. He became the youngest black belt in the system that they ever had historically.
Wow.
So, and then, yeah, he went on to become, he won 6 title belts in full contact kickboxing. And our family became a real kickboxing family after we did many years in traditional martial arts of Kempo karate. And then we gained a little bit of notoriety throughout the years. And then through Facebook about 10 years ago, I met James Turner, who's a great champion in Great Britain and England. And then he's the one who talked to his counterpart in Italy, and they offered us to represent the IKTA here.
Okay.
And then the rest is like history. We had the patches, and this way we get to offer in the classes a full kickboxing program as well as the Kempo program. So it worked out really well.
This is incredible. So you're telling me that you only got into it because your son was into it, and yet you have so many awards and things that you've achieved through this.
Yeah. Once we got, we achieved, both my son and myself, we were a couple degree black belts in the system. Then our sensei began taking full contact kickboxing fights. And then we went, whoa, this is something we want to pursue. So then we jumped in and started taking full contact fights. And then eventually, a couple years after doing that, my son and I broke off and started our own dojo, Kiyaki Dojo, back in New York. And we trained fighters. And we had pretty big careers in the ring with the full contact.
Wow, that's incredible. And Tracy, what's your background? Were you always into physical fitness?
Yes, always into physical fitness. I would always take aerobics classes, fitness classes, many classes over the years. And then back in 2014, I received my certification as a Zumba fitness instructor. That was when we lived in Imperial Beach, San Diego. And since then, I have built up my certifications. And now I continue to teach Zumba Gold Fitness, Zumba Toning, and Aqua Zumba here in Laguna Woods Village. And I teach alongside my husband, Sensei Ron, at his kickboxing martial arts classes as well. So it's super exciting. And we enjoy just bringing joy to everyone here that attends our classes here in the village, in the community. It's such a nice camaraderie, and it brings the community together. And it's just a wonderful feeling that we're able to do that here in Laguna Woods.
And how amazing is that to have this bond together and something that's so healthy and releases great endorphins, I'm sure, you know, every time you do, and you're doing this together.
Correct.
That's wonderful. How did you guys meet? I'm sure there's a story there, right?
We actually just recently celebrated our 20-year wedding anniversary last week.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you. And we met
well, through mutual friends.
About 20 years ago.
Yeah. And Tracy began kickboxing when I met her, which
Correct.
was 22 years ago. So
Yes.
she's been doing the kickboxing program and the martial arts program as well.
I started kickboxing in our small, cute little dojo back in Babylon, New York, with Sensei Ron and his kids, and I've enjoyed it ever since then. And then I just built upon that and got more interested in the karate since we moved here, and I just completely enjoy it. It's such a great experience, learning new skills. I think that's why a lot of his students come. They love learning all the new karate, the Kempo skills, the combinations, the forms, and it just makes the class so much more exciting to be there.
Wow. And so recently, you guys also received an award for Martial Arts Family of the Year.
Correct, correct.
Tell me about this.
These are our recent trophies that we just received, and we were inducted in the Golden Gate Hall of Honors up in San Francisco, and that was last month, and that was a super exciting event.
Yeah, it was a Grandmaster, Rick St. Clair from up in San Francisco nominated us for this. And I said, whoa, this would be a great opportunity to make it a family reunion as well. So my daughter came in from Florida, and my son came, up from San Diego when we went up to San Francisco. And Cynthia Rock, I don't know if you know her, she's a famous female martial artist.
Okay.
She hosted it. So we got to meet like legends of the martial arts, and we got to be a part of like the Hall of Honors. It was really great. Like it culminated like a pretty great year for us. Our little gym got a lot of notoriety throughout the world. We were featured in 5 books where they put a lot of our students in. So Tracy can show you some of these.
That's great. And show the front cover. Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
they made a whole book just on our class, which was pretty
Wow.
remarkable. But speaking of that, all this is only possible because of the dedication of the people here that took the class. It's just incredible. Like we have 4 black belts in the class that had previous experience, but most of the other people never entered a dojo or did one martial art thing in their life.
Wow.
So they just like, oh, let me try it, right? Which I commended them for that, and then they have stuck with it. We're on our 3rd year, and you get the opportunity to get belt ranks if you pursue it. This would be what it looks like if you go all the way through all the colors and belt ranks in the Kempo. And we have people watching their way up the belt ranks, and it takes a lot of dedication and hard work, but they stick with it, and they astound me. They're just amazing. So
Wow.
we're really proud of our students.
Oh, that is wonderful. So yeah, so you've been teaching here for 3 years now.
Almost 3 years.
It's in our
here.
3rd year, yes.
Yeah.
And so, what do you love about it? What is the most rewarding for you?
I just like to I can see people come in and maybe they're not in great shape, but they're trying real hard. I see a transformation that is almost magical. I see them physically, spiritually, emotionally. They gain confidence, they gain strength, they gain especially endurance and balance. And they tell me, they say, I walk around and I have so much more confidence in myself, it's really nice. It's a really nice, rewarding thing.
Oh, that is wonderful. How can they get involved and sign up and take your classes?
Okay, great. So it is listed on the Village website, and they could just come on down to the fitness room at Clubhouse 5, and we teach Tuesday and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30, and Wednesday is 3 to 4. The first class is for free to try it out and see if you like that, and if you continue, then you would purchase one of those punch cards in the office, and they are $26, 5 classes each card, and you just continue after that. We're always there early, before 3. A lot of us actually enjoy getting extra karate practice in, provided by Sensei Ron, especially when there is an upcoming belt advancement test, and everybody is there nice and early. They're super excited, and everybody loves getting all that extra practice in, which is wonderful. So.
Well, thank you guys for being here today and telling us about this. Sounds like an amazing program.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Well, if you would like to try out some of their classes with Sensei Ron, the first class is free. It's held in Clubhouse 5 in Fitness Room, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3:30 or Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. And you can call Sensei Ron for any information or questions at 516-768 3146, or you can also contact the Recreation Department. Stay with us. We'll have more of This Day right after this.
Hi, my name is Dr. Shandeep Dung, and I'm a breast surgical oncologist. Today, I'd like to address a question that I get frequently asked by my patients, and that is when to start screening mammogram. Well, what I tell them is, certainly at age 40 and beyond, you should be getting annual mammography, and that's the same recommendation from the American Society of Breast Surgeons, as well as most leading cancer recommendations in this country. Another question I get frequently asked is, well, when do I stop screening mammography? What I tell my patients is, age is just a number. What's important is your functional status. If you have a life expectancy of at least 10 years, then certainly you should continue your screening mammograms annually.
Welcome back. Well, let's check out the Saturday movie before we leave you for now. It's going to be called Bank of Dave, and it's actually a pretty cool story. It's a real true life story about a guy who lived in England, and he became a self-made millionaire, and he wanted to start his own bank to help people in his community to kind of thrive and start their own businesses. But he came up against kind of the corporate structure of the banking system. Had to fight to get a license to do what he wanted to do. So kind of a cool story. It's brought to us by RadNet, and it's going to be on 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. So go ahead and watch that one. It looks like a fun one. Let's check our weather one more time before we go. It is going to be a nice day today. If you're watching as a 5, you know it was a nice day today. Was I right about 77 degrees? Write me a note, let me know. 72 tomorrow, and then 69 on Monday. Very cool. That'll be the coolest day of the week. We may even have some morning drizzle, a little bit of rain with that really thick marine layer that's going to pour in. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. On Monday on the program, what do we got on Monday? Let's take a look here. We have the Emeritus Institute and the Cat Club. They'll be coming on. So that's going to do it for us. Try not to miss us on Sunday. We'll be back Monday. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village TV, we hope you make this day a great one.
We are back to back because you've done it again. You voted us the #1 place to buy a hearing aid in Orange County.
Thank you so much for your votes, your referrals, and your support. We hope to see you in the office again soon.
Thanks for voting us #1. Amazing Hearing, voted the best place to buy a hearing aid in all of Orange County. Call us or come by to set up an appointment. We're located in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center.